right, basement bunker, doom, gloom, dark winter. Biden and his team of far-left advisors, their scheme now to find more ways to lock down the country. Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito issuing a dire warning yesterday that Americans' core constitutional rights like freedom of religion are all under threat amid more signs of government overreach. Take a look at this.
The pandemic has resulted in previously unimaginable restrictions on individual liberty. It pains me to say this, but in certain quarters, religious liberty is fast becoming a disfavored right. You can easily see the point. For many today, religious liberty is not a cherished freedom. It's often just an excuse for bigotry, and it can't be tolerated.
All right, remember, Biden, Democrats have already vowed to resurrect the Obama administration's attack on religious freedom, like wanting to undo the contraception mandate, or groups like, remember Little Sisters of the Poor, right here in New York. Governor Cuomo, New York Comrade Mayor de Blasio have launched an all-out assault on religious groups, cracking down on worship and religious expression in destructive and frankly unprecedented ways, prompting, by the way, the Catholic Diocese of Brooklyn to ask the court to halt New York's draconian COVID-19 church restrictions. See with reaction. Fox News contributor, former Congressman Jason Chaffetz, #1 New York Times best-selling author, Fox News legal analyst Greg Jarrett. Greg, I think the justice is right. It's frightening on a lot of levels, and I don't know how you stop the erosion.
Free speech and religious liberties are two of our most cherished rights enshrined in the United States Constitution, First Amendment, but they aren't just being eroded. They're being banished and exiled. They're under assault. Intolerance and bigotry is now in vogue, and it's happening right now. If you dared to support Donald Trump, you're put on a hit list. You'll be harassed. You'll be punished. If you fail to support the liberal progressive orthodoxy, the woke will come after you with a vengeance. And the worst of it are Twitter and Facebook, the social media platforms. They're the most egregious offenders. If you don't meet their preset partisan standard, you'll be canceled, you'll be censored. And so I was pleased to see Alito decry what's happening in America. And he cited the Nevada case in which the governor said it's okay to gamble in a casino, but it's not okay to worship in a church. And the Supreme Court wrongfully upheld that decision, but they're going to revisit it now. As you point out in New York, the recent order by Governor Cuomo that essentially says you can shop to your heart's delight at Macy's, but don't you dare go into a mosque or a synagogue or a church to worship. This is a clear violation of the Equal Protection Clause. You're treating one group different than another, and I would suspect the Supreme Court, now recomposed with Amy Coney Barrett, will strike it down.
Jason, how big a danger?
It's huge, Sean. This is disaster liberalism. This is how they deal with things. It's the hypocrisy. You can't use the word hypocrisy enough, but they take a crisis and they use that as an excuse to suppress rights and things that would be counter to what they want to see happen. They don't like religion. They don't respect religion. They think it's a joke. And for those of us that pray and do believe in God or might believe in Jesus Christ, as I do, they disparage it, they laugh at it, and they don't want it to happen. That's why they'll go out and celebrate without masks and jump up and down in the streets. But if 10 people want to get together and pray or go to a church in New York City in a red zone, that's illegal. It's unbelievable, the hypocrisy.
I think it's well said. I mean, really, you can gamble, but you can't go and pray and whatever your faith happens to be. You know, if you're a Christian like I am, we can't do that. Unbelievable. All right, guys, thank you both. More Hannity right after this.
We're excited to do business with you, but before we sign, I gotta ask,